Learning online, there are just so many options to choose. Today we're going to look at Lynda.com and Udemy, compare the two, and see the differences and the similarities and which one's great for you. Let's get started. With Lynda.com, you can get a free 30-day trial. Let's see what they have here to offer. Software development, design, business, photography, web development, all the main things that people look for on online learning. And you can go ahead and browse some topics here. Well, how does that compare to Udemy? Let's go ahead and take a look. So with Udemy, here's the home page before you've signed in or made an account. You can see that you can just go ahead and search right here. Search for a course, and categories as well. The categories is great, but you know what? Lynda.com, in my opinion, is even better. But these are both really well organized to help you find what you're looking to learn before you make a decision. Great on both ends. If we take a look here, it's going to show you a whole bunch of different courses. You got a hover state here that will show you even more. This is really nice. You can see how many lectures, how many hours, and the skill levels. Great stuff. With Lynda.com on the homepage, you don't get that, but if you go ahead and look at some of this stuff, like let's go ahead and take a preview here, you get more about the classes. But, hands off to Udemy for giving you all that information right off the bat. But let's go ahead and talk about pricing. Pricing is very different on both of these. So with Lynda.com, it's $20 for the basic program. If you're doing something like coding, you're going to want those project files, which means you should get the premium account for $30. Kind of steep, but there's another thing that you can do that gives you all these courses. You can do LinkedIn learning. So if you get a premium account, you get all these courses for free. Is it laid out as nice as Lynda.com? No, but it's the same courses. Very cool stuff. I would definitely look into that if you're looking to get a LinkedIn premium account for job searching or you're a recruiter. It's just a nice extra to have. Something that gives it a little bonus. Now with Udemy, it's done per course. See, we have $50, $48. Now, never pay full price for these, and usually you can get them for even cheaper, like $10 to $20. You just have to wait for a sale. That's the biggest difference here. But once you get a course, you keep it forever. So you could get a really long course and not have to stress out about not getting through it for a month. So that's something to think about. I really do like that pricing model because sometimes I'm learning something really advanced and I know it's going to take me a long time, or I'm going to refer back to it at a later time. I had this with a video on Node.js. I refer to that video all the freaking time. It's great. So we've talked about some of these courses and stuff. What's the difference as far as the offerings? Well, to be honest, a lot of the offerings are the same. They have like comparable offerings in the same categories, but Udemy is an open marketplace. So they have categories on everything. If I wanted to learn about tea, I bet you I could find that. So let's just do something like tea training or something. Tea tasting. See, it gives you that with the autofill, and Lynda.com does the same thing. So if I look for tea tasting, I'm going to find something. See? Tasting, these Chinese tasting courses, and there's a lot of them. So if we go back over to Lynda.com, this is more for career, for professionals, those types of things. So let's go ahead and see if we can find tea tasting. I don't think I'm gonna find it. Tea tasting, man, all over the place with these with this typing here. InDesign secrets, vector secrets. So you see, it's not going to have everything. If you're just looking for anything and everything, go here. You can find yoga, philosophy, health, fitness, relationship stuff, even if you really wanted to IT. Both of these do great. But in my experience, Udemy is the best for IT. That may not be for you. That's just kind of an aside here. So let's go ahead and talk about the actual courses themselves. Let's go ahead and get into these. Let's switch back over to Lynda.com, pull up an InDesign course. There we go. See a preview? Sometimes it takes forever to load. I like this preview section, but that might be something that you have to worry about. Is the bandwidth going to be enough? Now let's actually go into the course and see what happens. It should load up right away. I don't know why, but that screen never loads up properly.
Did you know that you can use your free Creative Cloud file space up on Adobe servers?
Kind of cool. Now, this is a lot different than most of the lynda.com intros. Kind of boring, but most of these are just great. Let's go ahead and take a look at something like, let's go ahead and look at developer. Let's take a look at Git. Git is something that a lot of us struggle with when we first learn it. Let's see. Pull up a course. Take a preview.
Welcome to Git Essential Training. My name is Kevin Skoglund. In this course, we're going to learn how to use Git to manage files and source code.
So one thing
We will look at the fundamental.
One thing you're going to learn about lynda.com, no matter what course it is, they're going to give you a very polished introduction. It's going to tell you a lot. Now, they're not all the same, I guess, but when you look at them, they do have that format, even if someone's on screen or just a slide. So if we're looking at something like design, you're going to see it match, that type of format. It's going to be better designed. You're going to see a lot more color and stuff in what they do.
Hello, my name is Daniel Lieske, and I welcome you to Digital Drawing and Painting, the Big Training.
You see, a lot of these courses have this well-produced piece where they have someone in front of them, they have professional video and photography. Great stuff. I really do appreciate this because when you compare it to like an open market like Udemy, sometimes you're not going to find this stuff because it's put on by the instructor. So however good the instructor is at producing content or structuring a course is going to determine your experience, and that can be all over the board just as long as they meet the minimum requirements. Where with lynda.com, they are really vetted. They really have to follow a guideline, and this is, people have to follow a guideline too, but it's loose. You can't have an open marketplace and have everyone be exactly the same or have more similarities between courses. So let's take a look at this Chinese tea and see the previews and see how different it is.
Hi there, welcome to our Tea Master course. I'm super happy to have you on this journey with me. Before we begin, I would like to give you some information about who we are and why we are offering this course for you. My name is Shana Zhang.
So you can see there is a very different way of doing this, and it's not bad, but I feel like lynda.com has a more polished way of doing this. But this isn't every single video. Let's, for example, go to one of my courses. Let's go ahead and log in here. And while we're at it, let's take a look at the overview and compare these. So here's an overview that'll tell you about the course, how many hours it is, what it's about, the instructors, and then you can also see the course content here. It just has it kind of laid out here for you to look at all the different sections. Let's take a quick look at lynda.com. I know we're kind of taking a tangent here, so I appreciate it, but here's what you can see. I mean, it's not as well laid out at like an overview, but they have more to talk about here. But I still think that Udemy has a better layout when we're looking at those things. Okay, let's get back to the course content, how it looks.
Welcome to the course. First up, thanks for joining. I am super excited to show you everything that Node can do. I've packed this course with a ton.
So as you can see, this instructor, who is Andrew Mead, has a great presentation, but he had to do this or hire someone to give him the production quality, and it's still not as good as this one. Now, at that point, you're kind of like, kind of really cutting it close or really comparing like the fine details. So that's what I have for that. Let's talk about the ways that you interact with these. For the most part, with lynda.com, you go ahead and look through this, and that's it. You go through the course, you talk to them. But with Udemy, if you have any issues or anything, what you do is you can actually ask in a forum. So here's a forum. It tells you what everyone has posted, and you can reply to these people, and you can see when they were made and who's done it. So even Andrew here, let's go ahead and take me off screen. And you can see here that even Andrew himself has replied to these. So that's really something that's handy. You can see Andrew is actively engaged, and he has teacher assistants too. But this is up to the instructor. It's really how much they want to put in here and how much they care about their courses and what they have there to offer. So something to think about. I really, really like this feature. When you're doing something like programming or something and something just gets updated and it's not the fault of the instructor, you can go ahead and find out what happened and who has solved this and use that to your advantage. That might be specific to programming, maybe not. Maybe it's for something like say you're learning a new software. You learn that with the new update something changed. You can look in the comments, and if someone's answered it, then you can do that. Or if you can pose a question, or if you found the answer yourself, you post it in there. Great stuff. So as you can see, these are two great platforms that are very different. So which one are you leaning towards? Udemy or lynda.com? Let me know in the comments and we'll talk about it. Well, that's it for this week. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification to get an update on every single upload I do. All right, talk to you next time. Keep on learning.